So I'm really excited about all this really fun Easter and spring stuff that I've been working on. And I'm loving the paper that I used, which is from My Mind's Eye. It's called Follow Your Heart. And it's perfect because it's pastel and it's really cute. But like I always say, any kind of pastel paper that you have is going to be really cute for spring and Easter projects, obviously. So the coolest part about this kit is definitely the three-dimensional egg-shaped container here. And I love how the top fits perfectly on the bottom, and you can really fill it up with some yummy little treats in there and have fun adding some extra embellishments and stuff. So this is not very hard to put together at all, and I've got all my pieces cut out here, so I'm going to show you how that goes together. And something really fun that I love to do if I'm going to give a cute little gift like that is to make a coordinating card to go with it. And I'm totally loving this gatefold style Tulips card because this time of year, what's not to love about tulips? They're like one of the first signs of warmer weather to come, so loving that. And on the front, I used my new Tulips Make Me Happy stamp from Pumpkin Patch Stamps, and that's from the Bunnies and Blossoms stamp set. But if you've got some other kind of spring stamp or something, or just tie a little bow on the front there, that would also look really cute too. So something fun that I've never made before is a pedestal, which is the perfect thing to display like a cute favor box or card or your egg on, or if you've got a really cute little seasonal display of stuff like for Easter, you can use it to add some height and display some cute little things in a collection for any kind of holiday. So this was actually Leo's mom's idea, and it's definitely really cute. Got my pieces cut out for that too, super simple. I'll show you how that goes together. And we've also got a new card too that's in like a cool collage style. It's really fun because you can use all kinds of different coordinating patterned papers together. And if you wanted to use it for a different holiday, you could also swap out this egg for something totally different. So I had a lot of fun embellishing that, and I used my sewing machine and I stitched around the edge. So that's super fun too. So finally, when all is said and done with your Easter celebration, or if you've got some spring pictures laying around, you can scrapbook them with this pre-designed layout. So it kind of takes all the guesswork out if you want to make it just like I've made it, or if you want to put your own twist on it and mix stuff up, you can totally do that too. So it's really easy because each picture is just 3x4, so that's real easy to cut with a paper trimmer and to just have fun embellishing with your bling and your buttons and your coordinating paper. So that's super fun too. So I hope you like all these projects, and I've got everything cut out, so let's sit down and get started. Okay, so easiest things first, let's go ahead and just kind of see how the tulip card goes together. And this big piece here just goes on the inside so that you can stamp or write on that. And you close it up on the front here. And then this guy goes right here on the side. And you can just glue it down if you want, but I like to put some dimension behind that, like a pop dot or a zot, to just make it stick out a little bit. And you're going to glue this little tip on here to add some dimension, and the other one goes on the other side. And then finally you've got 3 smaller tulips here, and this smallest one is going to go in the center of this one, and that gets like pop dotted right there on the front so it has some dimension. And then this other one, you're just going to glue or pop dot that right onto the back, just kind of peeking out there. So there you have it, there's your cute little tulip card. So next let's move on to our pedestal. And I've got just the basic parts of it cut out here. I've got these 2 long pieces with the lace and the teeth on the top, and 2 circles, and 4 of these leg pieces. So first, let's go ahead and take the 2 long pieces, and as you can see there's a little tab right here. You don't want to fold it, just leave it flat, and take your glue and just put a little bit just on that tab, and go ahead and glue it to the other one. It doesn't matter which one you glue to which one because we're going to close it up on the other side. And just hold it while it dries, and then go ahead and do the same thing on the other tab on the other side. And just fold that around and just line it up as best you can, like corner to corner here, and just line it up so it's even on the bottom. And hold that while it dries, and then go ahead and start folding these teeth over and fold them all down. Now I've got all my teeth folded down here, and I'm going to take my two circles, and you can see that one of them is a little bit smaller than the other one. So take the smaller one and set that aside for now. So we've got the bigger circle, and you could really take your time and glue each little tooth down individually, but what actually worked for me was I just went ahead and put glue on all of them at once, and then I'm just going to put the circle down, and I'm just gonna move it around until it lines up as perfectly as possible. And if I need to move it a little over, I can, while the glue is still wet. So that totally worked for me. If you want to be more precise, you could do one at a time, but this really worked. So just lay it down flat on your work surface and just kind of start on one side and work your way around, and just do your best to scooch it into place where you see that it's sticking out. Just scooch it in, and once it starts to take hold and be in the right place, I'm going to flip it over and push down from the other side to make sure my glue gets a good hold. And I can just continue to kind of line it up the right way and move it around wherever I need to. So here's the bottom of the top, and I'm going to go ahead and put a bunch of glue inside, a nice even coating, and then just put my liner inside, which is the smaller circle. So next, I'm going to take my 4 leg pieces here, and I'm going to just put a nice thin even coating of glue on one side, and just take another one and glue it right to the other one, and then do the same thing with the rest of the pieces until you've got like an X-shaped thing going on here. And then you're going to fold your tabs over like this, and you're going to glue all over on these tabs and just put that right down, right in the center of your pedestal. So here's the underside. Mine's a little ripped up, but yours will look nicer. So that's how that goes inside there. So here are the pieces for my egg, and I've got 2 pieces that make up the top and 2 pieces that make up the bottom, as well as 1 piece here that goes on the very bottom. And then I've also got my pieces that are going to be curved around the outside of the egg. So first let's start with the top, and I've got 1 of my top pieces here, and I'm just going to put some glue on these 2 top tabs, and we don't need to worry about gluing this itsy bitsy little tab here. That is just going to kind of cover up the gap a little bit, but just glue 1 tab at a time and hold it while it dries. I'm just holding this little one here under my thumb, and then I'm going to line up the top one, and I just want to be sure that I'm lining it up as perfectly as possible with the line right on the fold. So go ahead and do the same thing all the way down, just putting a nice thin layer of glue and just going one at a time. So work your way down the rest of your egg and do the same thing to the other piece too. Now I've got the 2 halves of the top together, and I'm just going to put glue on these 4 tabs here, and just one at a time, just put one in place at a time and hold it while it dries, and then move on to the next one and the next, and then go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side. So here's the finished base of my top, and all that's left to do is put these nice curved pieces on it and embellish it a little bit. And here are my nice little curved pieces, and a fun little trick that I figured out today is, well, first of all, I like to ink the edges with my little brown ink pad here, of shapes. I just think it's a nice touch a lot of the time. But I just realized instead of individually inking every single piece here, I can just put them in a stack, and then I'm just bending them over and over, and it fans them out a little bit, and then I can just take my ink pad and just get them all at once, which is a bit of a time saver. So those are all inked, and since it's going to be really curved at the top, go ahead and kind of show them what they're going to be doing there. And then you're just going to take some glue and just glue them all right in the middle. And I've got 4 of one design and 4 of the other, so I just want to alternate my design all the way around. So now let's move on to the base of the bottom. And as you guessed, it's pretty much the same as the base of the top. So let's go ahead and just put some glue here and a little on this tab and a little on this tab. And just one at a time, hold them in place while they dry. And just form your 2 halves. Then glue your 2 halves together like we did before. And then finally, when you get to the bottom, when your tabs are all in a nice perfect little shape here, you're going to just put glue on all these tabs here. And at the end, you're going to just put this little guy in place and just move it around a little bit until it's in the right spot. And then you will have your bottom piece all finished, just like this. So finally, obviously, you are just going to do the same thing that you did before with the little finishing panels. And I've already got mine cut out and inked here. So like you did before, take the bottom and kind of curve them a little bit to help yourself out a little bit. And just go ahead and glue those in place all the way around. So I have one more thing to share. This week has been the first week that I've been exclusively using the SVGCuts here as my full-time electronic cutting machine, because Leo has had it in his studio for a little while now, doing testing and videos on it. So now it's completely mine, and I have to tell you guys that all the talk about it being so awesome is 100% completely true. It's super cool. It's definitely my favorite cutting machine because it just cuts really perfectly. Even like really small intricate shapes, it never fails to cut like perfectly. And I haven't even seen it tear anything once, so it's just awesome, seriously. So if you're going to be in the market for a new cutting machine, that is my opinion on that one. Definitely 2 thumbs up on the SVGCuts. So thanks for watching, and if you make any of these projects, you'll have to share pictures with us. And happy Easter, happy spring, and happy crafting.